students. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Ferry, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. As we'll see a team from the American, the North Texas Mean Green, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Here he comes from inside his own 5, and he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Oklahoma's offense will go on the attack first. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game, because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live, so he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing in the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Oh, better look out! There he goes! He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the outside. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down, to throw. Gets it out quickly. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown Sooners! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So North Texas offense will have its first possession of the game. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point. There is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people really...
And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Throws to the tight end. That pass is incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Here's the heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 4-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He wants to change this route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting box, and they need to get something together with this possession. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. North Texas in the hurry up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On a little time, lets it go. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. North Texas will have to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Here's the handoff.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls and fires complete. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Flips it out in the flat. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quick handoff. Turning it on. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the...
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. North Texas in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. North Texas will have to punt it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They have been bludgeoned right out of the gate in this one now to try to find their footing and get back in this game. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
North Texas can dig into that playbook on 2nd and short.
Pace, 27, jump.
And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the catch. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They're going back to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. Offense in a bunch formation.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
I'm not trying to catch the ball as a defensive back all the time. I'm just making sure you don't catch it. Great job getting a deflection, fight through the hands, make sure he can't put his hands together to try to catch that football.
Off play action. Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Wow, through the defense.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mean Green.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Slips through the line. Got it on the room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. There he goes. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. North Texas now has a ton of work to do here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He'll throw it. Tosses it incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Looking for a huge play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Give to the running back. Creates a little space. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. North Texas in the hurry up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Emmanuel. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. North Texas has it going to work with another first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. It's caught. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Under fire. Looking to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown Sooners.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Unloads quickly. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Takes the easy one to the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal touchdown. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Line getting set on second down.
Set, ready.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Gets the back moving. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, third and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these third downs.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about at the U for a long time. They're up 14 over Michigan. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets it out fast. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now on first down from the 30. Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver, but if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win, but you got to take those chances. You got to be aggressive.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
In the second half, look looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, just turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand, fighting off the defender. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, he'll throw it. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
North Texas comes to the line on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it. They're on the run. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, and they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Still looking on the move. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown Sooners!
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
North Texas now has a ton of work to do here on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Brings breaks into the open. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, the offense got themselves in a bad position to start, but a nice change up there, handing it off and getting a lot of the yardage back, David, now to set up third and at least a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, and when it's third and forever like that, I'm thinking pass. So great job slipping the run in there. Running back now putting them in a better position. But defensively, I still got them in third and long, still in a good situation here.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Scanning the field, it's Durant. Snagged out of the air. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in fourth down territory. It's fourth and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in fourth and short.
That defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback may change this route. Now the play fake. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Now they'll run the draw. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to...
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. North Texas will have to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Got it near midfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9. That's a big pickup on that one.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for him.
And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win, week 1, sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. North Texas will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up.